NERDSoul.
Lay ill kid at OneYoungsta holding it down. Bring that street geek and nerd soul. What is up, my people? Today, all year, another wonderful episode. Anime is y'all. We look. Go on and like it. Go on and subscribe to the channel. Go on and look down in them links. You go and find Blurtish. You go and find Gamma Ray. You go and find a Ninja Sama cosplay. You go and find a whole bunch of awesome folks that you need to be in tune with. But right now, we are not by ourselves. We are joined by one half of the dynamic duo of the South. I give to you, Mr. Cooper. What's up?
What's up, y'all? Appreciate anybody who's listening at www.blurtish.com. That's www.blerd-ish.com. We're going to jump into some anime and some anime inspired things and other stuff.
Mm. Mm-mm-mm. Before, you know what? Actually, before I start with the show, I want to give a shout out to everybody out in them streets of Baton Rouge. You know what I'm saying? The 225, because we about to be doing it live for y'all. That's right. The Black Pop Culture panel will be happening. That's right. At the Mid City Microcon, August 5th and 6th. But on the 6th, you're going to see us. All right. We're going to be out there chilling. It's going
Yes,
to be us.
and
We're going to be kicking it.
if you are close by and you can come, you better come. It's free. You ain't got no
Free.
excuse. I've been
You know what
out
I'm saying?
here hustling these flyers to your hands all over from everywhere you think your finest nerds will be at. I just left Barnes& and Noble before I got here. Gave it to people, giving it to sitting by the manga section, reading manga. I was dipping into a little Zom 100. We're gonna talk about that. I went to Second and Charles, and no, they don't sponsor this. I'm just politely, dropping the game of where to be at, where people who like the things you do be at. So did Second and Charles, went to I even dropped at Whole Foods this weekend. Went to
Yep.
Whole
Don't
Foods,
sleep.
I've been to gaming stores, I've
Nerds
been to
eat
gaming
too.
shops, I've been to malls, I've been to the mall, I've been to the gaming stores, video game stores. So folks, and basically I just want to say this to my fellow vendors, creators slash whoever. If you don't go where the people at and strike up a conversation, how would they truly find you?
That's right. You know what I'm saying? It's all about meeting the folks. And we gonna be meet you. Matter of fact, speaking of meeting folks, we got a meetup coming on August 5th. Yo, man, Baton Rouge, we gonna have some fun. I can't wait. I'm excited to meet Mark Dub once again. You know what I'm saying? Form like Voltron. We got Gamma Ray coming through. We're gonna have an awesome panel.
Hey
Look,
man,
Milton Davis is gonna be there too.
I am
Man, look,
excited
this
to meet
man,
a man we call affectionately Uncle Milton. Uncle Milton.
yo,
Like we really want to meet Milton. He is a
I
old
can't
head with
wait
a
to
lot
meet
of
Milton.
lot
Milton
of
Davis is
knowledge.
awesome.
He is a creator with the highest level of T in the creator. Just the highest level. Like I don't know. That I guess C, but T just with the highest of T, the capital T. It just sounds better. But yeah, man, he's gonna be teach you how to world build out here. The man is a premier black sci-fi Afrofuturistic writer, you know, and he's converting some stuff into manga, as we related here.
Man, don't
Get
sleep.
ready,
Don't sleep.
Black Rose.
Black
The
Rose is on
novel
the
is
way,
out,
y'all.
but that manga is coming soon.
Black Rose on the way, y'all. It's on the way. So look, on the rail, Mid City Microcon. Come by, see us, have some fun. I got gifts for people. We're gonna be, you know what I'm saying, holding it down on some books. We got raffles, we got toys. Look, we got things. All right. So just make sure you roll through. That's all I gotta say. We'll keep talking, but look, y'all got 2 weeks, you know what I'm saying, to get down to Baton Rouge. Holla at us. But with that said, speaking of hollering, you know what makes me want to holler? You know what makes me angry? When you offer services to someone, you say, "Hey, look, I'm going somewhere." You know what I'm saying? Can I help? Can I get you something? Is there something that I can get for you? And instead of just saying, "Hey, man, just give me something like this," you got to get all specific. And what I mean is, if I'm going to the convenience store, just say you need toilet paper. You don't tell me you need a 2-ply time. Don't be saying you want Cottonelle. All right, you gonna get what I
So
give you. All
I
right,
take it
you
we're
look.
transitioning to talk about zombie.
We talking about zombies, beer. We talking about bikes, motorcycles. We talking about scooters. Look, Zom 100 is on point, but I gotta say, look, man, Akira, don't take that from nobody. All right. When someone say, "Oh, get the two ply," no, no, look, you gonna get what I
Hey,
was
hey, hey,
on was
man.
early. All right, I'm ducking and dodging. You know what I'm saying? Flesh eating undead people, and you gonna put in a specific look. I'll get you a roll. All right. It's gonna be whether it's cottonelle or whether it's that hard sandpaper stuff back in elementary school.
Mike, come on, man. First of all, don't not the hard roll from elementary school. My God,
That
that's just
sandpaper.
that tape. That's the toilet paper that either is one or two things. If you wipe with it, it's gonna rip your skin off, or two, it's gonna blow up in a pile of dust and not do nothing. So you don't even want to use the
It's
bathroom.
like paper mache.
Yeah, it's just like it's the worst thing to 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 sanitize and clean yourself. And trust me, guess what, folks? Reason why Zom is so cool because even though I know Japanese work culture is hell, a lot of Asian work culture is hell. Guess what? It is too in America. They still use the same cheap toilet paper. Bruh,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes I bring my own, but like you know what?
Like,
It,
look, I gotta have my own because y'all tripping
bruh,
up in here.
look. I know y'all may not want to hear about this, but sometimes don't sleep. They had
Life is
they work.
real, man.
I left the job. They're working on the toilets back up and broke this weekend.
Mm,
And it's not like I think most people have been gentle with them. They just terrible. And it's the
dang, man.
staff bathrooms. It ain't the public bathroom. It's the staff bathroom.
Dang, man. That mean
Man.
people you work with don't never look, man. And that's why he's happy he ain't got to go to work no more. He was actually having a nightmare about going to work. I was like,
Oh,
Akira, you
bruh.
good, man? Akira, you
I'm
good?
gonna
You safe
I'm gonna
now?
keep it real. I'm gonna keep it real with you. Have you ever woken up or had a nightmare about a job you had or previously had?
Yes. Once before, yes. When I was
I,
working, you know what? We need to have a job stream one day. But yeah, when I was working a job that was WIDAC, oh yeah, you better believe that. I was like, hold up, I gotta go there tomorrow. Oh no, no, never mind. I don't. I got a better job there.
bruh, I've had all type of weird nightmares, or I replace stuff that has happened. You know, I think it's been school. Sometimes ain't never been that bad. School is like weird. I don't know. It's never like, oh, I never hated school that much. Work though, oh my god, you just be like, is money worth it? Yeah. It's like the cut. Like, am I
You're
doing
like, I
something
hate
with
this,
my
but
life?
food and socks and hot water cost money, so I guess I'll go.
Yeah, can't be a bum out here. You want to have these things, and it's just I feel for Akira, man. Like he's still mentally broken. Um,
Yeah,
and it's
but he's
bad
getting
when
better. He's getting better.
I think he's better, but he isn't. And I'm gonna touch on that. Kind of dealing with maybe the theme that I know a little bit of it, especially as he writing his notebook. But I don't know if better is the best word, but I think he's more functioning. I think he's more functioning now because he wasn't. He was about to tap out. Like the man thought about committing suicide. Like
True that.
so he's functioning now to do things. So the brother's functioning. He's able-bodied rugby player. He getting to use those muscles again. If he want to get a nice couple some two ply, let him get that two ply, man.
Okay, okay, understood, understood.
He's
All right.
happy to help. He's happy to help because he was dead. So he's alive technically in the worst possible way, in the worst possible situation. But man, I just before even diving into this episode, the the prowess of Zom 100. Yo, man, when people always say, "Oh, I wish people wasn't so frugal. I wouldn't this blah blah. I wish you give effort." Yo, when the people give effort, recognize it.
Thank
The
you.
animation and the pacing and the structure of this. I'm not a writer. I'm not a TV producer. I'm just a fan of watching stuff, and I love the things that's around the people and how we see their point of view. like from his point of view to like old girl who we're gonna talk about, how
Yep.
they're viewing the world and how they're looking at the TV, how we perceive reality, and that's a slick little trick to show you that okay, y'all, like we know Akira is so happy. The world is still messed up. Don't forget
True that.
this. It's going to matter probably later. We don't know, but just know that something happened. We may never find out. So Akira is all bright and roses, but you have to snap. He got to snap back into it. It's like, oh yeah, I gotta live. I gotta survive. This is fun, but let me, you know, get it together a little bit. But I can move around like, you know, he's our MC. He's not gonna. We know he's not gonna die no time soon. So,
Nah.
but he has to still navigate this to kind of do his bucket list, you know, because ultimately y'all do know what most people know what a bucket list. He has
Yeah.
resigned himself that he's going to either die or be a zombie one day, but he's gonna fight like hell to do these 100 things that he concoct. Then he might just say, you know what, it's been great, and I think he just really wants to stay alive for the next 3 years and kind of get stuff back. But man, you get to see more of his psyche, so I'm gonna pass the mic. I guess we'll dip into the episode.
All right, I want to bring in my dub. What's up, my brother? How you feeling?
What is going on, people? It is Mark Dub, part man, half amazing. Spicy like that Creole, not that Cajun. Y'all, once again, Keith, the Cooperist, the Coopers of the Coopers,
Mm.
he put me on once again. He was ranting and raving about Zom 100. I put the first episode on. I was messaging him like, cool.
Did you watch the
love this.
Did you watch the second episode?
I haven't watched the whole second
All right.
episode.
We gonna ruin it. So this one.
No. It's all good. Run it, because I'm gonna
right.
put it on. All will be well.
Honestly, y'all, and I just want to say this. I know if I so-called spoil things, I don't believe that. I don't know if you can. I don't know if you can spoil Zom. Like honestly, there's no way I could describe it without you. It's one of those animes you gotta experience this thing. You can talk about it, but you gotta see what Akira is going through. And it's and it's from the mind, really from the mind standpoint. It's beautiful. Like I don't know what has happened. Well, we know it has happened. Capitalism, world politics, and not the pandemic. These people are telling you these creators are going through some ish. All right.
Yeah.
But
True.
man, what somebody said, when you find the most well-crafted, beautiful things through trouble. And I'm pretty sure this was created. The manga probably was created either before 2020 or during 2020, and now we have this. So, continue.
Yeah. The cool thing about this episode is that we see not only his mindset, but we see this young lady, Shizuka. She comes through, and we see her kind of at the end of, I guess, the storyline of Akira, and then we run it back on her side to see what she's been doing today and how it's been affecting her the first couple days or whatever of this new zombie apocalypse. And of course, he's making his beer run. I mean,
beer. Time to get some beer.
I mean, he's living it up, and he cleaned up his place, y'all. Look, hey, stop living like slobs, y'all. Clean up like Akira.
Learn from Akira.
Don't be.
I look in the mirror myself.
You know what I'm saying?
Don't be a Dusty Chan out here, man.
Yeah, don't be Dusty Chan. Don't be wearing old do-rags that got like lint balls and stuff in them. You don't want that.
How
man.
you wear the do-rag?
If you're going outside, shave yourself, put some deodorant on, moisturize your skin. Like,
if
come
you're
on.
not wavy, why you wearing a do-rag? I don't know.
You got a do-rag with no waves. A whole bunch of what the old folks would call cuckabirds in your head. You know what I'm saying? Walking around like you ain't got no sense. All right, like your parents ain't raised you right.
Being musty out here.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Go and clean up your place. But we get Shizuka's side, her place nice. You know what I'm saying? Shizuka mindset, she like, you know what I'm saying? I got my vitamins, my supplements and stuff. I gotta keep my body fit. And I'm gonna just say this. When Akira looks at her, she's fit. I'm gonna just say that.
All right. I will say I will jump in this PG-13 style or less. First of all,
it's a family show, y'all.
Shout out to Akira. This man has quality taste. He's a man of culture.
Hey, man.
I see what he's going for.
Man of
Shout,
culture.
shout, yeah, shout out to Coop, man. Coop, we were talking about his crush, man. I was rooting for him, man. First
but
episode.
but that's okay. I appreciate his he has good taste even, and he was like, you know what, baby, I don't care if you a side chick, you know, shout out to the side chicks, you know, do you, not hating on you, I ain't judging you.
I ain't giving
Don't
no
ta-
shout out to the side chicks. Don't
Well,
don't
hey,
don't be a
hey,
side
man,
chick. You don't want to be on the
hey,
side.
Flourish
Does
LLC
anyone
don't
want to be on the side? You don't want to be on the side.
Flourish
Get off the side.
LLC ain't judging you. If it's more, if it's better for you to be on the side, that's your business. Just don't come holler at me about it. They just know that you need to analyze the risk, as old girl said.
Yeah,
The
be
new main
careful.
character, the new main character, she said you need to learn how to analyze risk. So all I'm saying is that, you know, because I should have known better that the first lady that he had a crush on, she probably wasn't gonna make it. But that's okay. Akira done found something new. And I
Yep.
mean, I don't know if he wanted to holler. He was like, and I love I love that he's like, I'm so full of life now. You know what? Hey, hey, like, what's up? Can I get your information? Okay. All right, no problem.
She was like, mm-mm. And see, and you know what? Shizuka is a good example of women. Look, this
Oh,
is how you
Lord.
get the dusty chance out your life. All right. So Shizuka looked at Akira and she was like, he out here getting beer. He's not getting essentials. He's not getting water.
Good choice.
He's not getting fuel. He's not getting food to nourish himself. This man is a short-term thinker. All right. So she said, you cannot have my information.
I can be
Young
honest
ladies,
with you.
I need you to assess these young men that come to you. Because of course they're going to spit that game, but you need to look inside yourself and say, do I want someone who's a short-term thinker, someone who does not chart a path for his life and maybe those around him? I
Uh,
don't need that dust around me. Free yourself from
you
the
know
dust,
what?
young ladies.
This
Free
is one
yourself.
time I'm gonna go off the deep end with Mike. I'm actually agree because in a apocalypse, you kind of need some like
Yeah, it's
we, you know,
apocalypse, man. There's
like
zombies all over the place. We ain't got time for
we
that.
us as you know as the audience, we have met Akira and we're having fun. We
Yeah,
know he's not gonna die. He's like beer, 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 cool.
he
But
gonna be all right.
in the world, she's like, I'm not gonna get emotional. I gotta live. Clearly,
Mhm.
she's some type of analyst, thinker, programmer, strategist, whatever, strategist, something. She's something of a high level mind.
I prefer strategist.
I don't know. I've screwed
I
that up.
prefer that.
Well, she's thinking of a master plan. That's what I'm saying, or
Mhm.
to to stay as long as she can, stay alive as long as she can. So I love how first of all, shout out to anime. They make anything food related. They show the details of the GNC bottles and the vitamins.
Yep.
They make that It's just like I want to know more what's in these vitamins. She got this lined up. She's working out. She's like, I gotta work
You
on
see her on
cardio.
the treadmill in the morning. She like, look, just because the apocalypse going on, she's looking through her binoculars. She's like, some zombies are slow, some of them are fast, some of them are strong. I need to figure out which ones are
Like,
which. I need to
bruh,
get more data.
I
This
like
girl
her. I like
is
her.
a future thinker. She's plotting and planning to make sure that her life is straight.
And it's
You know what
just
I'm saying?
like, and she wasn't. And here's the thing, and this, not that saying that people of course, should lose it. She wasn't rude to Akira. She even saved his life. And I love that little flashback. That's like, okay, she's like, even some of these weird tropes from
Mhm.
movies actually do happen. Like, okay, got to find a new convenience store probably. Let me get up out of here. But it saved his
He
life.
did steal his
But
bike
she,
though, but it's all good.
no, she had her own bike. His bike was broken.
Oh, I thought her bike
Hmm.
was broken and she stole
Nah,
his.
she's not even terrible like that. She got her own stuff. Nah,
Hmm.
so
He loved her because she got her own. You know what I'm saying?
oh man. Anyway,
Love because she got her own. She don't
Lord
need
have mercy.
mine. She said leave mine alone.
I don't know about Blursh LLC, but Keith Cooper don't necessarily condone
Hey,
these things.
but
Anyway,
and
but
also, young ladies, you can learn something else from Shizuka. Like Coop
Jesus.
said, he asked for her information. She was like, "Nah, I can't do that. You don't have to make a spectacle of it. Just politely decline. You know,
Hey man, look, as a person who has
no,
been
thank you.
declined,
You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
okay. You ain't got the loud cat me. Just I will.
Yeah,
I have
just
happily
properly,
walked off to
just
the side
properly
before,
say,
like,
no,
oh,
thank you.
thank you. All right, thank you. I appreciate you. All right,
Cause she like,
I have
And
not
see
met
this
please,
the
girl, she got
please
a good
don't
head
do
on her shoulders.
I have not met the
like
requirements. I will leave.
has been. Please don't do what has been done to Mark Dub.
Oh,
No, not
Hell no.
you.
Why?
Ugh.
that's cold.
You too
But
nice to want a girlfriend as they do in school. Like
Oh
what?
yeah.
That foolishness. Like, huh? Anyway, but all I'm saying is it's okay, and fellas know how to take a proper rejection the right way. It's
yeah,
okay. You're going to get
with
rejected. So this goes on both sides.
You'll
Little
be fine.
sidestep. Little
You'll be
sidestep.
fine. If you get rejected, you'll be fine. Don't
If she,
worry.
hey,
Stiff upper
I-
lip. Swing again, champ.
you
she
know what I'm
did it
saying,
politely in the midst of,
just duck your head a little bit and walk away.
yeah, just like, okay, thank you, appreciate you for not for dogging
It's
me.
happened to
But
the best of us. It's happened to me.
but all I can say is that, and now I know Mike don't really watch endings. Did you happen to watch the ending? So this is going to be, she's gonna be around for a while.
Yeah, she's one
So
of the major characters. I mean, she's in the intro of the show, so she gonna be
The
around.
opening montage.
Yeah,
yeah,
she in the show.
opening, the ending montage, and then the ending montage, you see it through her point of view, to kind of, for the most of it. Really, yeah, you really see
Oh.
it through her point of view, and as we're going to have a little bit of a group of friends and whatnot, and it sounds so happy. Which, if anything, y'all know, like, I think it's gonna be 60% happy, 65% happy at Goofball. But I think when it does get dark, it's gonna get dark. So just keep that in mind.
It people are eating other people.
So yeah,
It's already pretty dark.
it's already have a high chance to be
I love the first episode when he finally got like the courage to go and shoot his shot, and she was a zombie. And he ain't. I love that he didn't let a little thing like her rotting, decaying body stop him from like going after his love.
Yeah,
I mean,
And she didn't reject him. She chased him, y'all. Ladies,
wow.
it's okay to chase
Mark,
after a guy if you really want it.
Mark.
I mean, yeah, she did chase him technically.
Chased him to eat his brains and his flesh from his skull.
Hey, look, semantics. I'm just saying,
Semantics.
ladies,
Okay.
it's okay to chase me.
Oh boy,
Somehow
Chase
it,
me, ladies.
it always comes back to Mark Dub's ego. Somehow, some way.
I mean, if it didn't, would it truly be an episode of Blurtish? I think not.
No, it would
oh
not be.
boy. Well, you know what? I'm gonna go and flip the script on this one. See, he talked about chasing, and the young lady that used to work with Akira isn't the only person chasing. See, there's a young lady named Lois that is chasing a story. Every time we turn around, she's chasing a story. She's just trying to get that byline.
Oh,
All
before I get to that, I just want to say this. Speaking of bikes and Akira, shout out to him knowing how to ride a motorcycle. Akira, ha ha ha. He's gonna keep taking bikes. He's gonna improve his bike situation because he realizes that, oh yeah, there's just bikes laying on the street. So he's gonna get the motorcycle that comes with the cover and other stuff. It's gonna be like he's going to, I think, take what she said into heart, and she's actually thinking about him because she realized that yes, she got to be serious and this and that, but the world is dead. It's okay to have that cupcake every blue moon. Treat yourself. The world's dead. It's all gone to hell. What's one cupcake? That'll be you gonna turn to the stage puff cream puff man. You gonna burn it. I'm pretty sure she will burn that off from boredom. But but the psychology of the characters. Akira has already broken. She's trying to keep herself from breaking because she's wrote in her book, keep sanity, keep from going insane. Whereas he's kind of given up. So maybe these two characters will keep each other, will hopefully come together, even as just friends, even if they ain't like dating or whatever, will come together and realize they kind of need each other. Because she's like, how the hell did he survive? So whether it's luck or courage or just going for it, she definitely can be the brains that he can use a little bit more. And maybe he can help her to take some risks, because unfortunately you're gonna probably have to take some risks eventually. But she is a good person to hang with during a zombie apocalypse. She's fit, she's smart, she gets the essentials. She ain't worried about 2-ply toilet paper. She's got just get toilet paper, get stuff, clean water, blah blah blah. I need these things to do this. Kira's like, just get a little beer every day. Just get a little treat. I feel like I would be both of these characters. Because I'm like, you know what? I might have to drink. Some days, in a zombie apocalypse, I might have to drink. I'm just going to keep it real. It's kind of like living here in Louisiana with hurricane season. But anyway, on to Lois.
See, guys, this is what happens when you try to move the show along. But see what I got to deal with, y'all. Y'all see?
Hey, man, I'm just trying to give y'all the psychology, man. Treat yourself.
As we move, as people come in and mess up a perfectly good segue. Look,
I did too. I'm sorry, y'all.
Here we go. We talk about Superman. All right, so, Keith, episode 3, take it away.
Episode 3, man. Yo, this show. Speaking of growing on me, it's growing. Like, I watched a couple of reviews after I watched it. I do think they even improved. I think they improved the animation in episode 3. Got a little more fluid. Yo, if you watch Voltron, the one that was on Netflix, that anime style, they did She-Ra. I do think Voltron is the better comparison to this, just how the characters are more adult looking and about human size, because She-Ra had everything going on. And this one isn't overly cartoony, but they're emotive because it is anime inspired.
Yeah,
it's technically anime, but it's
it's anime. Anime is a style. Anime doesn't really have to do with anime is a style. Let's be for real.
But if
there would be like if we saw graffiti in France and be like, oh, this isn't graffiti because it's not in America. I mean, it's graffiti.
And if for all you purists out there who get mad because we saying this, okay, it's anime inspired.
A lot of people get mad when they're wrong. Just continue with you.
Superly heavily anime inspired. If you didn't watch Teen Titans from back in the day, that was one of the first things that kind of kicked off this whole thing. So did Avatar. It fits right in there. So anime, it's anime-ish. Haha. That's why we named it this. But anyway, shout out to Sherry because I know she'll be like, or she used to be, but that's all good. We love you, Sherry. But yeah, man, it looks good. I love that some people I've heard from other reviewers are mad that he's like, oh, he's not strong enough yet. Y'all, that's the whole point of Superman Begins. Superman beginning his Superman career. Like, it would be absolutely dog crap boring if he can just wash everybody immediately without learning and struggle. To be Superman,
and he doesn't even know what he can do at this point.
Exactly.
He hasn't been tested.
He has treated himself as a human.
The writers have taken a few liberties with the story, and I don't mind at all. I think the way they have structured it is brilliant. Like the way he's discovering his powers, dope. Yes, it's a great retelling. But for the purists who have problems with it, I mean, man, not everything can be canon. and it's, I think it's great when it's not canon if it's done well this way.
Also, I know some people like to go in completely blind and everything, Mike. But if you got eyes and you see the artwork of this thing, then it's not like JL Unlimited. It's not like the other Superman. His design of his costume is different. They even had, a mixture of him getting his magical suit transformation, but then his mom.
It was very Sailor Moonish.
So, but it combined, like somebody made a good point. They split the uniform thing half and half. That was a cool retelling. She was like, okay, your costume is cool, but let me add some touches to it. Very sweet, very loving, different things that we've seen so far. And some people might get tired of this, but in a way it kind of makes sense. Kind of like when Marvel did the Ultimate things, if you were to kind of like bring some things in the modern era, a lot of the villains are going to be tech-based. Still don't mean they any less super powerful. I mean, you had a version of Intergang this on episode 3. You had like approximate of Silver Banshee. She just went by her name, you know, and Mist was her brother, and then Roughhouse. Still big, strong dude, got gauntlets that made him even stronger. Like Superman still tossed him around like a rag doll. You can kind of tell Superman is trying not to kill people, so he's not really like, like I'm gonna just mangle your arms and rip them off. He's just like, all right, I'm really strong out here, y'all. So you need to understand my level of I can do this. I can take a couple of your punches. Let me throw you over here. You know, the man got a new power today. He got his heat vision today. But I love that they're kind of like in anime. I think the weapons are supposed to be Kryptonian based. So he's getting memories each time he kind of come across these things. So they're weaving that story in to who he is, because he didn't lie to Lois when she got the interview that she wanted. But speaking of Lois, I just love the when you talk about anime, the way that the Scoop team came in and their interactions for the humor part.
Oh, bruh, they were that was very animated.
They just slid in and pirouetted like Team Rocket. Like
that was hilarious. I thought about the DBZ, the team of fighters. I can't remember their names. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Who come in and pose?
Ginyu Force.
The Ginyu Force, yeah.
Like
that's what they reminded me of. The way they popped on the scene and they were all posed. I was like, this is hilarious.
It's like I run and I do sports, this and that. And it's a little nod to like Anchorman Smith. I'm Cat Grant and I do blah blah blah. I'm like, wait a minute, are any of these their sports? And they do interest piece
like
and
y'all,
one regular journalists.
I mean, purists are gonna have a problem with it whenever Superman isn't canon Superman from 1938. You know, they're gonna have a problem with it. But
well, I mean, this is the
well
thing
done.
to maybe hopefully help anyone who's a purist watching anything. It doesn't have to be Superman or anything. Whenever it's done, whether it's TV, animation, whatever it is, it's called an adaptation.
Yes.
When something adapts, it changes. No matter what it is. Whether it's a plant, if it's a plant, it's an animal, if it's a human, once it adapts, it changes. So if it was a novel, when it comes to TV, there's going to be a change.
And I even challenge that even a little bit more, those people who have any complaints for it, if you're listening. Not only is it an adaptation, it's a good adaptation that's taken 1940 Superman with the Flesher cartoons where Lois followed and Jimmy get in trouble and Superman had to save them. He took hits then, he wasn't superly overpowered. And it's a great spiritual adaptation. And I'm going to say this, dare I say this, to Christopher Reeves. He is winning me over with his Clark Kent. His Clark Kent.
Yeah, this show is just cute, man. I just enjoy watching the show. Clark, it's cute.
You know what? We all know who my favorite DC character is. I don't have to state that Batman is always and forever. But and sometimes I'm not that excited about Superman projects. Man, this looked good, and I am not disappointed at all. I think the writing is good. Like, it's funny when it's trying to be funny. It's serious when it wants to be serious. It's pretty. It looks good.
Bro, these are like the way it's done. That first of all, I'm a sucker for that. This company, like, it's not Trigger, but anything close to Trigger, Mappa does the real serious stuff. They can do some lighthearted stuff. Trigger Gynex can do that serious to happy, that stretch swoosh type of thing that like Teen Titans did. With Teen Titans got serious, but it will break up the bottom with like the eyes will bug out the head or something, like, they'll be super expressive. To be able to pull that off with a character like Superman and his surroundings, to make it pop, it's very poppy, very speedy. Not put it nowhere near the category of Across the Spider-Verse, but those are things you do with characters to keep them fresh. And this fits in its own mode of like, okay, you can see like Clark now as a Zenio. You know, he's a 20 something year old kid, young man. You know, he's not a boomer. He's not even a millennial like me, old millennial. He's a young, you know, fresh out of college guy. He's not even full time. Like he's an intern. So he's learning on the job to be Clark Kent, the journalist. He's learning on the job to be Superman, the superhero. So this is, I like this. This has legs. This has something that I may not get tired of no time soon. Like
Is it me, or does every iteration of Lois get darker? Every animated iteration of Lois gets darker and darker. This one,
as
she
in her attitude, or do you mean her tone?
no, her complexion,
Oh well, I mean technically
and she got a sister girl haircut.
You
well,
know what? She does have the old Halle cut.
she do
She
have
got
the
like,
it works. Or if you want to, for our non-melanated folks, she got the manic pixie girl haircut.
oh
But
yeah, some people they don't know who Halle is, or they don't know
I
the old
know,
Halle.
but she got the old Holly Berry cut. But technically, the person who voiced her is an Asian woman, 34-year-old Amber Lee, and
Yeah,
she actually got melanin a little bit. She's not a light milky white skin Asian is what they be looking for. But she actually has color to her, so she is a person of color. So she has personality, man. Like this Lois has personality. Like
Yeah, like
she, she
I love all three of them, man. All three of them are great. You know what I'm saying? Like this is a show that I think they should start following in this type of. I would be just like they followed the back in the 90s. They followed the style of the Batman
oh,
animated
so
series.
you
I
saying
would be
this
completely
is
fine with them following this style throughout other
and making
projects.
making the universe, the
so you
animated
said
universe, branch from this. Yeah, I'm with
honestly,
that, Mike.
I am not mad at that because I think this studio can handle it. I think they are. I mean, like I said, what they did with Voltron, y'all know I love Voltron.
Yeah,
Like I
Voltron
love
was
Paul.
like straight chef's
Voltron
kiss. So
was beautiful from the music to the sound. This has beautiful music and sound to it. It has the I still get the Superman vibes. Like it was cute, meet cute of him snatching Lois up and then flying. I was like, all right, Superman. And I like they put the little blood, they left the little blushes. Like, all right, Lois likes it. She's cool. She's looking at him. It's funny how he got to downplay it as Superman, but Lois was like, "Psh, what up, Playboy? Like, you
it's
know,
the this for anyone who hasn't watched it yet, this has a very kind of like all-star Superman vibe to it. Like it's very, just this is Clark being Clark kind of thing.
and
It's
we needed
very,
that.
very upbeat, very hopeful. This isn't one of those heroes or one of these situations where it's like everything is gray and
And,
gloomy and I must be a hero because
and,
it's thrust upon me.
and can I say this? Shout out to the homie Van Lathan and on the Ringer. They made a good point about Superman when they was dissecting it and some of James Gunn's decision. Henry Cavill never really got a chance to be Clark Kent. Like
Yeah, you're
we
right. Yeah.
we never got to meet Clark. He just put the look on. He looked like it, but I know people how they loved that's first Superman movie, but I feel like it was just such a bunch of flashbacks and then it was dark. Then we got the hero, but he didn't get to build up his Clark Kent. And that was what he was robbed short of showing that he could do it. Then WB, I ain't gonna just hate on DC. WB stupidly chose to make Batman versus Superman. I ain't gonna beat a dead horse because it
That joint
died.
came out of nowhere, yo.
It just made no sense. So we never got Clark again. We just got long and convoluted, and it just kind of ruined what the actors could do with the characters. This is a fresh reset after all the darkness that we've been fed through Zack Snyder's lens, and I'm loving it. Like, thank God. It's like if you just ate a meal. Look, we went from how Akira was looking at the world to color again. So it's like, thank you. Use the color palette. Let Clark be a nice, well-raised young dude who clearly wants to take his sweetie out on a date, or his future sweetie. You know, he's a responsible guy. He wants to do the right thing. Isn't that what Superman's supposed to be, or ultimately come back to that? And you know, it's never the old rules and ways that society outgrew Superman. Like, it's hard to outsell Batman because he's the brooding rich kid who puts hands on people, and he might break somebody's neck. He might not kill him somehow magically, but he won't put him in the hospital. We get it. Society in reality, sadly, is more like Batman at times than a Clark Kent, and you need a Clark Kent to balance that out, because everybody can't be Bruce Wayne, because we ain't gonna know how to pull back. We might do some of the stupid things he do, and look what it devolves into. Bunch of jokers out there. And we all know that Bruce Wayne is just a few shares going away from being a Joker. That's always the contrast. Mark can correct me, but isn't that supposed to be that he almost is the Joker in a way?
There are some writers who have written him that way, saying that there just isn't a very great line of demarcation between them. They're both obsessive and crazy, and dependent on each other. So
and I mean, clearly the fact that Batman ain't snapped that boy's neck yet, he clearly has some type of weird need for him to prove something. You know, unfortunately,
I disagree.
Some people say
that.
Some writers have
that therapists.
Hey, man.
I'm so tired of that. If one more person send me that,
I'm saying, but the writers do that.
That word that I ain't gonna say. I do. Anyway,
I'm sorry. I didn't cross the line. I offended Mark. But anyway,
we're gonna leave Bruce alone.
I'm gonna leave Bruce alone.
But yeah, this show is awesome for real. Like it deserves at least a shot. You know what I'm saying? If you're into any DC comics, give it a shot.
If you like Voltron, if you like anything that studio do, if you like She-Ra, watch it. It's more.
If you like Superman,
if you won't
Superman, be disappointed. Definitely. If you ain't got to stick up your butt and you're a Superman fan, you will like this Superman. This Superman is a good representation of Superman. Like,
if you want something good from WB and David Zaslav in the past couple, some good news. This is actually good.
David ain't had nothing to do with this. This probably was started before David came through.
He has no taste. Trust me.
For this to be released, that means that somebody
below him with more sense than him has something.
You know what's sad? And it's probably because it's animation. Like, don't worry about it. Just let it go. It ain't gonna make much. I can't cut that much off of it to make much money. All the reviewers are like, I'm shocked this got released. It's like, it's so refreshing. Like, I'm shocked WB did it get washed up in the HBO/WB cuts.
Oh boy.
That's sad. That's when your reputation as a company is in the gutter, where you can release something good and people are shocked you actually released it.
You're like, man, it's something good. Man,
it slipped through the cracks. How they slip through? How they let this slip through? Good. In fact, don't tell Zaslav that we like it. Just let it play out. Zaz's like, you like that, huh? Yeah.
Like, you like that? It's canceled.
Zaslav ain't nothing but another mediocre white dude put into a position of power he ain't earned. It wasn't given to him because of anything he merited.
Then he got
in and he screwed.
He got the nerve to talk down on actors and writers. I'm like, yeah, this thing ain't gonna go. This thing. But anyway, I'm gonna leave the business alone because we got one more thing to drop because we coming up on time. We got one more thing to drop. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Cooper has seen the second episode now of Jujutsu Kaisen. You know what I'm saying? He's been out there watching the show from the mountains. All right. And he likes what he sees.
I love what I saw, man. I didn't pick y'all. Sometimes, senior moment. I'm up here thinking we was rediscussing episode 1. Like we was talking technical terms. We didn't break it. I know you did mention it. Now that I think about it, but I did see it. Finally watched episode 2 to see the details of what Mike was saying. Mike is right. Gojo, he was out there. I actually just saved the clip of him just stepping in the building and the women losing their minds. Now,
Yo,
yes, these are middle
Gojo got the
school.
ladies out there, yo.
He's like, he's a high schooler. They was like, you ain't like, now middle schoolers, you don't need to be dating no high schooler. But I
Yeah, don't
get
do
it.
that.
I get it. He's an attractive fellow, and they was just like they literally screaming. But it's bad when the teacher like, all right, ladies, get it together. And then she said, shit. Yeah, holla at me. I'm like, hold on, hold
She,
on, hold on.
she was like, here's my number, just so you know.
Yeah. So Gojo has no trouble getting ladies. That's all I can say. But yo, the old man. But I kind of am partial to Ghetto. I love smart characters who got hands, and people for
Yeah.
somehow be sleeping on them. Bruh, he beat that old man into his happy place.
Yo, he was like, well, I knew you were gonna try to do this, so I did that, and now I'm gonna bust you in your face.
He busted the ish out of him, busted him up, and it's like sent that man to. He's like, oh wait a minute, it's my dog that actually was nice to me, that died 50 years ago. Wait a minute, am I dead? It's like, boy, rung your bell and woke you up, and had like, look, wake up, man. I got questions to ask you. I was like, man, now you can kind of we Gito pull stuff like that. I get it. These people are trying to kill you, so you can't show them no sympathy. But I was like, man, did you overdo it a little bit, bro? But I tell you what, Gito and Gojo, they gonna overdo it, son. They gonna overdo it and make you regret and laugh in your face and do it with a smile because they got stuff to do. They are not worried. They are not gonna stretch this out like Dragon Ball Z. They ain't gonna stretch this out like Yu Yu Hakusho. They damn sure ain't gonna have no talk no jutsu like Naruto. They don't care. You a sorcerer, they a sorcerer. They got their mission, and these are students. Like they are so good. They like, man, I saw you. Oh, I saw you went to Juju High or whatever. I gotta take you seriously. And Gojo reputation. I'm just as funny. Like he's still like a junior or a senior. He's like a junior. His reputation. I guess he's whatever his bloodline and clan is. People
Because he
already
said
know.
that he's the first person in a couple of 100 years or whatever that's been born with both abilities. And I'm trying to remember. Fushiguro was talking about it, and I have to see what abilities he was talking about. But yeah, he referred to like him being like the first in a long time to have this ability to do this.
His reputation preceding him is like it's kind of almost frightening because it's like okay, so he could really be a big bad if he ever was to go the wrong way. Oh, I see why they have to keep tabs on him to kind of like, don't they have to threaten his life? Be like, all right, you don't work for us, we got to kill you because you're too powerful. It's like usually that's the deal or something, and then he has to get that deal. He get that deal to people like special like him. So it's rough out here being a sorcerer for this organization, for all these organizations. And I mean, the damn gambling, I guess the killing sorcerer, he just using people like trash. He was like, oh yeah, they gonna get killed anyway. They not even gonna get, I ain't gotta worry about the 30 million. They not gonna collect.
Yeah,
I'm just trying
he's like, look, these people are just pawns.
scrubs out here. Like, damn, like this dude here is brutal. So that's just my quick analysis. I know we talked about it last week. I just had to mentally get the details. And the two things that stood out, of course, is how ruthless this dude is talking about the people he's sending out. Gojo got, he got the guns going wild, and the old man being beat in his happy place. My goodness, like Gito, I don't question his hands, and they animated them hands really nice.
Oh yeah, believe that.
Like, go back and watch that, folk. How many times did he chop him in the neck and in the head? Broke his hands, spun him around, chopped him
Like
in the
Gojo
face.
did in the Jujutsu Kaisen Zero movie. Like basically, he gave him like a 2,085 piece with extra biscuits, 14 large sides, and also the jug of iced tea. Like he gave him all that.
to Mappa not doing, the typical anime trick where they just throw 1,000 hands and they really not animating, they just showing that the fist moving like, I don't even do moves, I just throw 1,000 punches. No, Gito was doing all high, man, he was like Rock Lee out here on that old man. And you saw every last one of them hits in 3D. He had that old
Punks
man
jump up to get beat down.
Bruh, Mark, when you watch it, it was like Little Mac when Little Mac jump up in front of one of the big villains. That's the point of view you got. It was like you see him getting spun. It was like, ooh, I know this hurt.
You ain't had to call him Lil Mac though.
Man, he was in the way that point of view, when Guido was chopping him, and they did it just kind of rotated on the.
I've been watching the actual show. Like I've been watching the series.
Well, I'm talking about.
Watched the movies.
No, we talking about season 2.
Ah, I see.
Yeah, man. I'm doing it in the right chronological order backwards. But anyway,
this is a good place. This is a good time to come in. I mean, even Fushiguro, the guy, while he's gambling, asking about his brother, the Fushiguro that we know, the one that's with Yuji. He asked him about Megumi, and that's the good Fushiguro, I guess. But the one that's putting out the bounty, he was like, look, this is the first person in several centuries that has had both the 6 eyes and the limitless technique. So I don't know what the 6 eyes is, but I guess that's why his eyes are so beautiful. But the bottom line is, put both of these two together. Oh, you can't touch Gojo right now. Like he said,
can't even touch him.
I gotta wear him down. I'm gonna wear him down. I'm gonna send all these people. Don't worry about it. I put this bounty on his head, but ain't nobody gonna collect because he's gonna kill them all. So don't worry about that. I'm gonna just use these people, all these bounty hunters, to wear him down. Then I'll come in and do something sweet.
Shout out to a villain that knows how to properly hire goons and use them as a goon. And also, I rest in peace to all the goons. It's bad when you just like, you know what? Like I'm sitting on the corner with Mark. You know what I'm gonna do, man? For extra money, I'm gonna go goon, bro. Let's go goon for this guy. He looks like he got it together. I need a couple of extra
dollars. Let's go goon.
And then your whole purpose is to get blown to bits by some pretty-eyed pretty boy who can turn the whole reality red and flip you around and break reality.
I mean, the guy that he was beating up with the bag on his head, he was like, how'd you know my technique? He was like, oh, well, unfortunately for you, I have good eyes.
It's like, yeah, bro, you ain't even in the picture. He's just
like,
playing
dude,
around.
You're not even like on my level. Like, you're not even on the level of like someone who I consider beneath me. Like, you're not even in this conversation.
He still was gonna kill you because the room turned red. I'm pretty sure that does not end well. He was like, I messed up. All right, get out of here. Like, you probably broken up. You probably smart enough to know that you need to get on, Playboy. Like, you ain't about to win at all. I don't know what happened to Baghead, if he passed out or he just left or he ran away. But because he let him run away, but he really was about to put that finishing move on him. Like,
and Gojo floating through like walls and rooms like Magneto or something. Cause dude just came through the wall with his hand out. I was like, bruh, look. And he's carrying Rika like luggage. Like
he's like, protect your head. Blah! Just bust through the wall.
Yeah, like, the whole room turned red. It's over, man. Like Gojo is like on another level. Hopefully they create like a crazy good villain, but they may be creating an issue with someone this dope with Gojo, because even though he is dope, it's like, well, we kind of know he's never going to struggle though as well. So maybe they'll probably introduce somebody who's like crazy powerful or something like that, or some resurrected demon or something. I don't know.
I mean,
but
he's probably carrying the most powerful thing in his hands, depending on what goes on with the girl, because they're like, oh, she's not a sorcerer. She still is the walking embodiment of Tengen Sama, and you got to get this girl to Tengen Sama before it's too late. So that could I guess Tengen can beat Gojo. Apparently, maybe. So maybe they just know one person, because clearly the villain like, I need more. I need an army. You ain't gonna catch me out there slipping just yet, Playboy. Hey, I'm about to gamble on these. I'm about to try to win this money. I'm gonna worry about the money because I don't want to die. But the rest of you scrubs, y'all ain't gonna talk crazy to me. Clearly, I ain't worried about you people. I'm just gonna let you do the dirty work. Give him some exercise, and somebody gonna come in with a possible, deadly blow. But we all know he survives because this is a prequel, so it's not like neither one of these two are in danger. That is shout out to Sherry again. Shout out to Ninja Samba. That is kind of the downside. Usually our main characters survive, but we know for a fact these two survive until their adulthood. So what is the conflict? What happens? Where do you get the strife from? That's the key into how does this work. So it ain't like it's no surprise that they're still there because we got to the movie of Jujutsu Kaisen 0, where they go head to head. But I guess the thing is to find out how does Gito get there. I think it's the big pull for me. Because something got to happen to him, and whether if it's this arc, something soon happens to him.
Yeah, something has to happen that changes both of their perspectives. Maybe it's something over the girl, but we'll see. I'm hyped for it to see where they go with that. Now, I'm gonna throw it to Mark Dub because we running up on time. Mark Dub, if you could give me your final thoughts on what you've been watching this week, what you caught up with, and how can the wonderful people find you?
Okay, so I've been watching Jujutsu Kaisen, the actual series. Like I hadn't skipped ahead like Scooby Coop.
I skipped behind. Aha.
Right. Wrong. I have not. But I am after this. I'm gonna watch episode 2 of Zom 100. I love Zom 100. It's cool. You got another one and another one. Coop has put me on to all the dope anime that I watch, so I got to give him his due and give him his flowers. His taste is amazing.
Hey, bro, we both hate work.
Hey, bro.
He said we both hate work.
Yeah, bro. It fell right into place. I was like, dang, I feel this character's strife and struggle. But y'all, I'm Mark Dub in real life. I'm Mark Dub on IG. And I'm Mark Dub 44 on the Twitter. Find me. I'm out in these streets. Doing Mark Dub things.
Got the comedy, got Soul Lab Sundays, got all that. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. And Mid City Microcon, all that.
Yup.
It's all coming.
Don't sleep, y'all. Don't sleep. So I'm gonna throw it over to King Koopa. What's up? Final thoughts? Where can they find you?
Final thoughts. I think this summer season is starting off really, really damn strong. And I haven't even gotten to like finding slice of life. I think Zom and between the light parts of Zom and my Adventures of Superman, I might be good on slice of life. But I did finally see the cat that Gamma Ray was talking about. He is like a giant, big bear, like potbelly dude that's just kind of out in the kitchen. And he's also still a cat too. It is weird, but it's also funny. He give you that look like when your mama give you that look like you done messed up. Like, I get all of that from him. So I might just by proxy have to watch it. I still need to catch up on some other slice of life, nonsensical, crazy stuff from other seasons. So I think I'm gonna roll that in. But I will want to give a shout out again to the Black Macedone. Or Black Macedoni, Ivy said he's on Twitch, he's on Twitter, and he's on YouTube. I'm following Get Schooled. That's not slice of life. That's just pain, drama, and more drama. He does a wonderful retelling of it.
He does. I've watched with Coop. He is great.
I strongly suggest you to download the Webtoons app and still read it. Don't just wait on him, but he's actually putting in a lot of work. I say do both. Even if I'm supporting him. Like even if I read a chapter, I still like to see his take on it. Get School is dope, but also I feel like I need a cold shower after each arc. I promise you, Get Schooled is more disturbing than whatever is going on in Zom 100 right now. And we talking about with humans that are alive. bruh, it makes you happy that when things are going right in your life, it makes you question anything of school. We already know rich people don't make them better. They just got more money to hide their skeletons in a bigger closet. So keep that in mind. Uh, and people will abuse power. Like, bruh, this is if you're fighting for the little guy, the bright linings do come in get school, but it's rough, bro. Like we talking about children abuse, fighting and just other stuff, or people just abusing their powers, their responsibilities. So, but I recommend it. So I've been reading that, and one more thing, just Swole Mates. That is like my slice of life. It's a rom com web comic, and long story short, it's about a dude bro YouTuber who actually smart, who meet cute, I guess, with a nerdy girl gamer gymaholic, but she's not as smart with her grades. So they're neighbors. They pick on each other, and then you're going to find it out, and then see if they fall in love while they get swole. So check it out.
Yo,
You can
man,
find.
that's what's
Okay.
up. That's what's up.
Yeah,
Get your
man.
read on.
Look, the funny thing about her, speaking of magical girl transformations, I love when, or like, I would like to see this animated. It's funny. Like she looks all normal in her baggy clothes, whatever. But when she go to the gym, I swear she like literally glows up. She doesn't glow, but she gets all these muscles. They're like, hold up, how did that fit into that? How are you more swole outside your clothes than when you inside your clothes? And she's flexing everything, and she'll just like laugh at him like when he to kind of break his ego, and then he'll like quit flexing me. Then she'll look at him and like flex like an impossible muscle. She's like, I just want to assert dominance. It's funny. Yeah, I know it sounds crazy, but it's really, really very, very goofy, but with light touches. Aim a little. It's aimed at probably like 17 and up, but nobody. It's definitely not for kids. Some of the language is a little coarse, but it's funny. It's light. It's sweet. But you can find me at www.blerd-ish.com. That's www.blerders.com. I'm blerd.ish on IG. On the Twitter, starting to tweet a little bit more. Still thinking about joining Threads. Probably will once Mark Zuckerberg puts Elon Musk in an atomic headlock and beat him up, if that ever happens. Shout out to Mark for sharing the Tech Turbo Fighter. Go find it. We put it on the Blurtish Facebook page. You can find us also on the Facebook page. That was hilarious. We're on Facebook. And of course, as always, you will find us on the Mid City Microcon August 5th, August 6th with these wonderful gentlemen here, including Gamma and various other artists. You can go there. We started to put most of the profiles up for people, but you will see the names for all of the artists very, very soon. Click on the hashtags, multiple ones, different things. Shout out to Mike for making a flyer for the panel. I shared it all around. You can see that too, and you can follow us. And yeah, man, we can't wait.
Yo, man, that Mid-City Microcon gonna be fun. I can see it now.
Oh, it's gonna be so fun.
Hey, man,
So the final thoughts on this is we are once again in an animation golden era on the low. I think we're starting to get a lot of good stuff that might not get a lot of shine, but I think we're getting a lot of good stuff. Yes, there's always something. If you want to complain, you can. But I think we got a lot of good stuff right now.
Bro,
A lot. So
stuff from shonen to signing, if I'm saying it right, but a little bit older, to humor, to comedy, to sci-fi. We got everything.
yeah, I think we got a lot of good stuff right now. Like I remember there was a slump. Like we've talked about the slump times, but I think we got a good amount of like animated content that's like strong, like real strong.
And every anime don't look the same. They don't even have the same
Yes, that's right. Because we're
voice
not in
actor.
that era anymore, so that's great,
We out of the bug-eyed era.
man. Because it was rough in them streets, but we out of that. So guys, go out and enjoy, watch some cool stuff, watch these shows. Of course, continue to share if you're in Baton Rouge or the Baton Rouge area, make sure that you check us out. We're gonna be out there, what, 2 weeks now? So yeah, look, come on through, hang with us, check out some stuff, bring some money, buy some stuff, and we'll holler
Hey
at y'all
man,
later.
it's right before school starts, right before college start. It's
Yep.
right
You know what I'm
before
saying?
the Labor Day weekend. A few months, few weeks before that. It's even before the new challenger of Anime Towns, Louisiana. Shout out to all the vendors who doing that with them. But come to MicroCon first because we're free, and you can spread the money around to your local people much, much faster.
So yeah, with that, I'm gonna go on and leave y'all with the NERDSoul, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, podcast, all that jazz. And if you think that you might need some toilet paper, then you need to climb down the pole yourself. All right, into the convenience store yourself, duck and
Lord.
dodge from zombies yourself. All right, and then you can get the type of toilet paper you want. But if I'm choosing, you gonna get what you gonna get. All right, and from us to you, we just saying thank you for listening and peace.
And don't challenge
Peace.
people's hands who you don't know. Got
Please don't.
it. Lord.
Oh boy, please don't.